Hey guys, this is Gabriel Lorenzi, creator of the blog Grupo Dicas, one of the biggest travel blogs in the world, and today I will talk about what to do for free in New York. New York is one of the cities that has more free tours to do and paid tours too. It's a huge amount of tours, sites and attractions. We made a very nice list of the top 10 free tours for you to keep on your list, guys. So don't forget to give us that like, give us that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel because that really helps us a lot, and buckle up. Well, New York is perhaps, in my opinion, the tourist city in the world that has the most tours, excursions, museums, tickets, everything. We have a lot of things to do. So we decided to make this little list of what to do for free in New York. We already have a video here of what to do in New York that mentions all the attractions, including the paid ones, but we made this very cool video for those who want to travel, saving money and spending little, because New York City, yes, has a lot of free things to do. Starting our list as number one, and I recommend that it has to be the first tour when you get there, people, the Times Square. Times Square is the essence of New York. It's where you will feel that you really are in New York because you're already familiar without ever having been there. You have seen it many times in movies, series, cartoons, so the moment you step in there you really feel that you are in New York. So try to go there. It's free. It's a street there, several streets actually. You can walk around appreciating the signs, the lights, the buildings that are very tall, so stay there for a while, take a stroll. There are very nice stores for you to visit. There's a toy store that's gigantic. There is an M&M stores and a Hershey store there that's huge. It's also free. You go inside, there are several attractions, there are several icon stores of each brand there. You can go inside, visit. You spend a good couple of hours. Item 2 on the list actually has several sites inside, but I thought it would be cool to separate them as Lower Manhattan, which is the Lower Manhattan going down Times Square in the Little Island, because Manhattan is an island. It's all there, the attractions that you will see in this island, and in the south of the island is the financial part, where we have skyscrapers, buildings, and the famous Wall Street. So as item number 2, we'll put the tour there, which is a very cool tour, and there are several free things to do. First, go through Wall Street, see the stock exchange, which is the most important one in the world. Go by the charred bull, which is that bronze bull that has the superstition that if you rub the bull's balls, you will have divine fortune forever. You will have prosperous fortune for your whole life. So there is an iconic picture down there caressing the bull, which is very cool. Everybody has this picture. And down there is also the 9/11 memorial, people, which is very beautiful. It's a sad story, you know, but it's a very nice, beautiful place, and it's nice to know a little bit more of the history. There is the memorial itself, which are those holes where the two twin towers fell. You end up having the memorial, which is free. You can take a walk there. It's pretty cool. You can take a break, a reflection, but then if you want to go inside, there's a memorial with all the exhibition, which is like a 9/11 memorial museum, and you have to pay. But in my opinion, it's not necessary. I think the coolest thing is that you see the region there, everything that happened. I think it already gives a cooler air. And a cool thing, when you look close by, there is one word, which was another gigantic building that was built to replace. Not to replace, but as a way to say we rebuilt ourselves even bigger and stronger, which turned out to be one of the biggest buildings in the world. It's close by there too, so I recommend you go there. And to finish this area of Lower Manhattan, let's talk about the Statue of Liberty. You can see it for free. Yes, there's a ferry that you take to the Staten Island, which is an island near there that you can pass by the statue. You can take a picture of it for free. It's a nice tip, but folks, my opinion, right? Honest opinion. There is a tour that goes by the statue, which is closer, more suitable for this. It's a tour for you to see the Statue of Liberty, and I think it's more worthwhile because it's a very important tourist spot. So on the tour, the boat goes closer. You have a better view of the statue, of the Manhattan sky view. You can see the buildings moving away. It's beautiful, guys. The sunset there is sensational. I think it's worth buying the ticket for the tour. So if you want to save money and don't want to spend, you can take the ferry, search there. It's super easy. You go there and then you come back to the island. It's free. You don't pay anything. It's a very nice place. You can go take pictures if you want, but I recommend the paid tour if you can. And I'm talking about the free stuff, guys. There's a lot of free stuff, but there's a lot of paid stuff there. And in my opinion, it's a must, right? Then don't stop researching. There are sensational tours. The observatory in New York, now the one word there is the Edge, that's sensational up there. That super mirrored place, the Empire State itself, the Rockefeller Center. They are incredible observatories. The museums, there are several attractions that you have to pay for and that are unmissable. The Broadway musicals, try at least one because it's an incredible experience. So mix it up, try it. The ideal is to mix it up, the free ones with the paid ones, but know that there are many paid things that are really unmissable on your trip. I'll leave below in the video description the first comment, the website that we use to buy the tickets that always has the best prices. We've been buying there for years and it's the biggest website for tickets and tours in the world. It's already in your currency. It's nice that you don't pay the IOF that you would pay there on the spot buying on a website. You can purchase in many ways. You save money, it's cheaper, so use it. Take a look down here, buy the tours beforehand, that you will save a lot, and you will see that there are a lot of cool things to buy there in New York. This website has the musicals, the tours, excursions. The transfer is very good. It's cheaper than Uber and cab. It's a transfer, a person that's already waiting for you at the airport to take you to the hotel and then to return from the hotel to the airport. So the transfer there is also cheaper. If you want to save money with the paid tours, take a look here at the ticket website, which is very good. And along with this ticket website, I'll leave all the others. Use here the links in the description that you will save a lot in your whole trip. These are websites that we discovered over the years and that we use to organize our trips. The cheapest place to get travel insurance is a comparator that compares all insurance companies and finds up to half of what agencies usually charge. You will save a lot. The internet chip, which is very important to get around in New York. It's a very good chip. They deliver it to your home quickly. There is the electronic chip now here by email. I sent a QR code. You install it on the day of your trip. It's already working. The hotels that we have already stayed at there are very nice. Great value for money. The map with the best region for you to stay with the best hotels already selected. Guys, it has everything. Take a look. The links there, use them and you will be able to go in your trip spending as little as possible. Number 4 on the list is my favorite in New York, Central Park. Guys, you have no idea how big that park is. I only realized it after the 3rd day we went there. You can visit it 2 or 3 times because it's gigantic. It's really big. To see it all, you can't do it in one day. Inside Central Park, there are many attractions. There is the John Lennon tribute, which is very cool. There is Shakespeare's Castle. There are many attractions, museums around. There are many things. So program yourself later, research well, download a map, explore the sites inside Central Park, which is very cool. There are a lot of cool things. The zoo there is very famous, right? From the movie Madagascar. It's paid, right? You have to pay for this one. It's not expensive, but you will have to buy it on the spot. But the rest of the park is almost free. So use and abuse of Central Park. When we went, we stayed 15 days in New York because we were a little short on money the first time we went there. We spent about 4 days in Central Park running, resting, sunbathing. People go there in the summer, so we use Central Park a lot, which is very nice. It's impossible to get tired of that place. And since we are talking about a parks of green, because New York has a lot of buildings, but it has a lot of cool green stuff. The High Line is very famous. It's a suspended park that was built on top of an old train line that used it to pass through there, cutting through the middle of the city, so it became an open air park. You walk, you see the entrance and the exit right on the little map, the final beginning. It's big, it's a little bit of a walk, but it's really cool because it gives the contrast of the park, and next to it you walk, you pass by those New York buildings, so it's a very nice place to visit. And guys, any questions you may have, send them to me and I'll really try to help, right? It's even easier, add me on Instagram @SpyLorenzi, send me a direct message. It's taking a few days because there are so many messages, but I like to answer, I like to help. Send me a direct message that I really try, and take the chance to follow us. We are always traveling around the world, showing travel tips in a very cool way, in the routine with our little ones who are a blast. And now we are also living in Orlando for a year and a half, so we we are showing you our routine. So if you can help us, please subscribe to our new channel, Familia Lorenzi. We are showing our daily life here in Orlando, how is life in the United States, the Disney parks we go to all the time, Disney hotels, traveling, beaches. Follow us there, I think you're gonna like the content. The sixth item is to walk across the Brooklyn Bridge, which connects Manhattan and Brooklyn. It's a very iconic bridge, it's gigantic, it has a car part, a walking part, a cycling part, it's really big, and there are many stalls in the middle, see? So don't worry about getting tired on the way, you can stop, breathe. What's the cool thing about this tour? The view. So there is, if you can, go at dusk because it varies according to the time of the year. Research when you are going to be there, what time, or check the first day what time it got dark. The next day try to catch it with the sunset there. It's beautiful, the view from the bridge. You can see both Brooklyn and also see part of Manhattan before entering the bridge. It's nice to take a picture from the beginning to try to catch the bridge in the background. It's a very nice trip, and at the end of the bridge you can also get to the Grid Park, which is a park at the beginning of the bridge on the Brooklyn side, which also has very nice places to relax. You can take a towel, lay down there. People do this a lot, guys. It's very good to do. The 8th tour to take pictures of the famous new building. It's new compared to the other buildings, the Vessel. The Vessel is a construction very different from anything you have ever seen in your life. It's very cool to take pictures from the outside, from the inside. It's a work, people, interactive that they did, very big. It's part of the Hudson and Arts also, which is a part there, a complex of beautiful buildings, super new, super modern. That's a delight for you to walk around. It has a very exotic and different design, people, that makes a reference to the complex of Asian cities. The idea is very cool. Try to quickly research the history. There are more than 154 flights of stairs. You go up, they are all interconnected, spirals one into the other. There are about 80 platforms, if I'm not mistaken, so you can stop, observe. Each one has a different view, so it's a very cool and different place. The 9th tour, I'm going to talk here in general, right? Free museums in New York. I don't like to give this as a free tip, just to explain it to you. There are two very nice museums in New York. They are Google and the Museum of Natural History of New York, which is the one from the movie One Night at the Museum, which is a gigantic interactive museum. They have a suggested price. You go there, I think it's $18, the suggested price for these museums, but you don't have to pay. You pay what you think you have to pay. This amount is used to help maintain the studies, the structure of the museum, all the education, the structure of the place. So what they say, you pay what you think it's worth it. Most people pay the suggested price that they put at the entrance or that they sell on the internet in advance, but you can go for free. Many people give this tip, they say, you can go for free, you don't pay anything. Yes, you can go for free. It's a matter of opinion that I think this culture of yours is very cool, that you really give as much as you can, because then those who can't afford it can go without paying anything, and if you can afford it, you help maintain the place as good as possible. I think it's a very nice way of thinking, community, right? Collective. So if you have the possibility, try to pay the amount that you think is necessary or the amount that they suggest. But if you really can't, you can go for free and there is no problem. You don't have to think it's an ugly thing, you are doing the wrong thing. No, it's really how the thing works there. There's no problem at all if you enter the museum without paying anything. In the end, it's up to you. You pay what you think you can, and if you can't, you go for free. And the 10th item, I just saw that there are two more very cool ones. I'm going to give two extra items here because you can't leave them out, so I'll tell you quickly. The 10th item, Rockefeller Center. The Rockefeller Center is very iconic. The movie Forget Me, Christmas Tree, the ice ring, many scenes were shot there. It's where they have the famous Christmas ice skating, they have the rink. It's very beautiful. The most famous New York Christmas tree is there, and it's where the Rockefeller Center is, which is one of the main skyscraper observatories in New York. One of the most beautiful views. It's worth going up there. It's paid, but it's down there. There is a complex around the Rockefeller Center, which is a very famous building. There is a Lego store, sensational. Anyone with kids can take a look. There are several stalls, so it's a nice place to stroll and observe the grandeur of Rockefeller Center. And guys, nearby, I'm going to some very quick tips now. There are many free and cool things to do, such as St. Patrick's Cathedral, which is very beautiful. It's very different from all the others we had ever seen. The architecture, it's high from inside, it's surreal, it's worth visiting. The central station is also close by, which is the subway station, the train station, but it's a tourist attraction. You have to see it. It's called Grand Central Station. It's very beautiful. It's fast, right? You go in there, there's the Magnolia Factoring side, which is sensational to eat some cookies, some cupcakes. It's also very famous. Next door, there's the New York Public Bookstore, which is a beautiful place for those who like to read, for those who want to know one of the biggest public bookstores in the real world. There's a small park that's one of my favorites, Bryant Park. It's in the middle of the skyscrapers there. The people who work come down. It's very nice. People all dressed up with their lunch boxes, having some coffee, some Starbucks. It's very nice to know a little bit of this routine, and it's a very beautiful place too. And people, there are a lot of things, right? There are even some others that I didn't include. I focus on the main ones so you can build your itinerary and really know which are the must-see ones. But if you do some research, there are many free parks, there are many nice things for you to do. Just walking around New York is already a tourist trip. There is the Soho region, which is also very nice to know. It's a part of Chelsea. There's the city markets. There are many things, so do your research. If you think that's not enough, there are more things for you to know, but these are the main ones, the principal ones that you can't miss. And that's it, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you like it, please don't forget to give us that like and subscribe to the channel, because it really helps us a lot. And I'm going to highlight here the video on how to travel very cheaply to New York. It's a very complete video that we put together, which teaches you how to plan your whole trip, saving the most of everything with the cheapest and the best trusted service we know. So you will spend less than you think to plan your whole trip. I'll leave it highlighted here up along with the playlist that has all the other videos from New York for you to watch. So thank you very much, guys, and have nice trips.